If you want to work at companies like Google, Meta, or Netflix, then data structures and algorithms are basically a requirement. And you're in the right place if you've ever tried to learn this stuff and given up, or if you've just been putting it off because honestly, it looks too hard. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to take you through the exact 3-step plan to finally master data structures and algorithms and walk into any interview feeling confident, and one mindset shift that will stop you from quitting after 2 weeks. And just a quick heads up, I've been a software engineer for over 15 years. I've been through this exact process myself. Let's get into it. Here's the thing most people don't realize. DSA isn't hard because you need to be incredibly smart. It's hard because almost everyone learns it in the wrong order. They jump straight into leetcode, get destroyed by easy problems and assume they're not cut out for this. They are, but they've just been pointed in the wrong direction. Now, if you're starting out, you may have heard that you need to read books like this or this. Like seriously, who's just going to come into this cold and read a book that thick? Because that's what I tried, and these books aren't necessarily bad, but they are extremely dense. It's like trying to sprint before you can walk. You may also have been told to practice random leetcode problems, but honestly, that is the worst thing you can do. If you do this, you'll find even easy questions incredibly difficult, and it will just make you want to quit. For example, you may be asked a question like, given a string, find the longest possible substring with no repeating characters and solve it in ON time. Now, instantly, I know this is solvable with sliding windows and hash maps. But if you don't know how to implement sliding window, then this easy question is basically impossible. And here's a solution for those that are curious. So learning this stuff is not about trying to solve novel algorithms on the fly. It's about recognizing the patterns that apply to a problem and then just implementing them. And once you can do this, it becomes 10 times easier. Now, this was really disheartening to me when I first started, because by the time I started learning DSA, I'd already been a software engineer for a few years, so I assumed that I could just do easy and medium problems off the bat. And then I'd go to leetcode, try the problems, get absolutely destroyed, and then just assume that I'm not cut out for it or I'm not smart enough for it. But since then I've realized that you shouldn't feel stupid for not being able to solve novel algorithms off the top of your head. These things just need specific practice. And with enough practice, you'll be able to look at a problem and think, oh, this is definitely solvable with binary trees, or look at another problem and realize it's solvable with a linked list. Then it's all about implementing the memorized templates and then just tweaking them for the specific problem. So how do you learn this stuff without quitting? Well, as I mentioned earlier, jumping between random leetcode problems is not the answer. If you do this, you'll be exposed to too many problems at once and it will feel impossible. Instead, you need a structured approach where you focus on only one problem type at a time until you've understood and memorized the patterns. If you want to get good at tennis, for example, you wouldn't go to a lesson and just hit a forehand and then a backhand and then a serve and expect to get good at all those things at once. Instead, you do a lesson on just forehand, a lesson on just backhand, and a lesson on just serving, because it's about repeated repetitions at the same thing that makes you get good at that one thing. So the first resource, and the one I would start with, is LeetCode's interview crash course. It takes you through clear explanations of each problem type, takes you through plenty of examples, then gets you practicing just that technique before you move on to the next. You'll go through arrays and strings, hashing, linked lists, stacks and queues, trees and graphs, just to name a few. The approach means you'll understand a topic completely before moving on. And by the end, you'll already be spotting patterns in problems you've never seen before, and that's exactly what we want. And a pro tip while you're going through this: if you're really not understanding a problem, paste it into Claude and ask it for some hints. Definitely don't ask for the answer, but it can help bring the explanation down to where you're at and fill in any gaps. When that happens, everything usually clicks. And as you're going through each of these problems, I find it really useful to just write down the template that applies to that problem. So next time it comes up, you can just quickly reference it. Here is the template for sliding window, for example. And after referencing this enough times, it just becomes baked into your brain. There's a second resource that we should pair this with, but more on that in a minute. I want to explain what makes most people quit. Remember at the start when I said there's a mindset shift that stops most people lasting 2 weeks? Well, this is it. LeetCode will categorize problems with easy, medium, and hard. But what they're really saying is, how hard is this given you already know the relevant patterns? It's not measuring how hard is this if you've never seen the pattern before. Those are very different things. Literally nobody on this planet could solve a binary tree problem if they've never implemented a binary tree before. So don't feel bad if you can't solve a question. Just go back, understand the patterns, and then try again. Do it this way and it actually starts to feel like you're learning something. And you'll get 90% of most problems solved with no hints at all. And now the second resource, which I mentioned earlier, is this book called Grokking Algorithms by Aditya Bhargava. It takes a similar approach to grouping problems together, but it pairs every concept with beautiful illustrations and analogies for why that particular algorithm is useful. If the crash course gives you the reps, then Grokking Algorithms is giving you the intuition. And the two together stick way better than either one on its own. Now, normally I'd say pick the book first before you jump into the LeetCode crash course. But if you're anything like me, you're just going to want to start writing code. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter which order you do it in, just start with the learning style that you prefer. Once you've been through Grokking Algorithms and the LeetCode course, the only thing left to do is just to put in the reps. But I still think it's really important to group problems together. And to do that, you can check out leetcode 150, which is 150 of the most common software engineering questions that come up in interviews. Again, they're all grouped in categories, so you can just focus on one at a time, like arrays and hashing, 2 pointers, sliding window. And then as you start to become more familiar with each question type, just leave a little bit more time before you practice that same category. This is spaced repetition learning, and it ensures that every topic becomes baked into your brain. So if we look at linked lists, for example, at first you may do several problems across a few days to get the concept completely in your head. Then wait a couple of days, do a problem again, then wait a week and do a problem again. Now, a pro tip when you're practicing is to work through these problems manually, either on Excel or pen and paper. Take linked lists, for example. Some of these problems can look incredibly difficult when you're just referring to the code, but if you write down the solutions on paper and then just work through each step one by one, suddenly it can become really obvious. Follow this and you'll stop being someone who panics at easy questions and start being someone who can look at a question and instantly see the pattern. 3 resources in order: the LeetCode interview crash course, Grokking Algorithms, and leetcode 150. Plus the mindset shift that you're not solving novel problems, you're just recognizing patterns that you've already practiced. If you stick to one category a week, you can get through the crash course and the books in maybe 3 to 6 months. And after that, it's just about putting in the reps. Now, if you've got any questions or need any specific tips, just let me know in the comments. I've also left a link down in the description where you can grab a free resource for the full 6-month study plan. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.